let's talk about blocked ears. Having a blocked ear at any age is no fun. And the most common blocked ear symptoms are reduced or muffled hearing, ear pain, tinnitus, and even balance problems. Now, the most common causes, the causes of blocked ears that most people talk about are colds and flus, allergies, ear infections, and a build-up of earwax. As a naturopath, a nutritionist, a medical herbalist, and a human design analyst, there are 3 causes of blocked ears that I really want you to know about, especially if you get blocked ears regularly or you're struggling to shift your blocked ear. Here's what you need to know. The first cause of blocked ears that might surprise you is histamine sensitivity. Now, histamine is a natural inflammatory chemical that your body releases in response to infections and injury. It does a lot of good in the body. It's related to the immune system. However, if you have too much histamine in your body, or if you have a sluggish liver, which can contribute to histamine sensitivity, you can be more prone to blocked ears. Now, there are a bunch of foods that can increase the level of histamine in your body, and they are fermented foods like sauerkraut and kimchi, aged cheeses like cheddar and parmesan, processed and cured meats like salami and bacon, vinegar containing foods like pickles and mayonnaise, and alcohol, especially red wine and beer. Now, gluten, dairy, chocolate, including cacao, can also increase your histamine levels. Now, they don't necessarily directly increase histamine, however, they do contribute to blocking the enzyme that processes histamine in your body. So it's important to know about those ones as well. So what is the solution in this situation? Well, it's obvious. You need to decrease your intake of the foods I've just mentioned, because that will help to decrease the level of histamine in your body and therefore decrease the level of inflammation that contributes to blocked ears. Now, you can also take some supplements that help to lower the level of histamine in your body. And in my opinion, the most effective ones are vitamin C, vitamin B6, quercetin, fennel, nettle, and echinacea. The second cause of blocked ears that may surprise you is selective hearing. Now, this is where we need to talk about the energetics of hearing, the energetics of your ears. So what you need to know is that the sounds, the vibrations, the frequencies that you hear, that you're exposed to, they can affect your ear health. In particular, if you're hearing words that you don't like, if you're hearing words that in your brain makes you go, oh, I don't want to hear that. Oh, I hate it when they say that. If that happens regularly over a period of time, that contributes to a blocking. It tells your brain, oh, you don't want to hear something. And then there's this veil that gets put over your ears. That could potentially increase the level of earwax, for example, that's being produced in your ears and decrease your ability to hear. It could contribute to tinnitus or to muffled hearing or reduced hearing as well. Now, in astrology, If you have strong Taurus placements, this could increase your susceptibility to blocked ears and maybe even ear pain, because Taurian energy is directly related to the ears. From a human design perspective, you may be more prone to blocked ears and selective hearing if you have the following gates. Gate 43, which is called the Gate of Insight, specifically relates to the inner ear. Gate 47, which is the Gate of Realization, it specifically relates to the reticular formation, which contributes to your ear health. And Gate 57, which is the Gate of Intuitive Clarity. It is specifically related to the cranial ganglia in your brain, which also plays an important role in your ear health and hearing. So what is the solution for blocked ears in this situation? Well, it's recognizing when you are hearing something and then consciously or maybe a little bit unconsciously going, ooh, or going, oh, I wish I didn't hear that. If you're in that situation regularly, it's important that you do one of two things. Either, number one, remove yourself from that situation that's making you go, oh, I don't want to hear that. Or number two, you have a direct conversation with the person that is irritating you with their words. Please let them know that the words that you're hearing are offending you or they're disturbing you, and maybe ask them if they could communicate with you in a different way. Whatever the issue is, maybe think about how you could have a conversation about it to help lower the resistance that you're having, because the longer you hold on to that thing that is frustrating you, that you're hearing, that will energetically create resistance in the cells within your ears, which over time will contribute to the physical ear problems. And the third cause of blocked ears that may surprise you is humidity. Being in a highly humid environment has been shown to do the following to your ears. Increase earwax production. Increase your vulnerability to ear infections. Change the pressure in your ears, which leads to swelling and congestion in your ears. Increase the risk of earwax impaction, and even exacerbate existing ear conditions. What's the solution in this situation? Well, it's actually to decrease the level of moisture that you're exposed to in your environment. Now, that can be easier said than done, especially if you live in an environment with a very high humidity level, like me. However, there are a few ways you can do it. The best ways I've found are, firstly, to use a dehumidifier, because that is specifically designed to help reduce the level of moisture in the air. The second is to be in air conditioning, because air conditioning is specifically designed to dry the air. The third is limiting your exposure to activities that generate moisture. Now that includes cooking, because of the steam that can come out, so especially if you're cooking on the stove top, as well as taking long hot showers, because the steam in the shower, it can block your ears. So if you are having a shower, try and make it cold, well, cooler, and maybe even wear a shower cap to protect your ears, reduce the level of steam going directly into your ear canal. Now, personally, I understand what it's like to have blocked ears. A few months ago, I was in a situation where I had all of these factors going on that I have just spoken about. I had some selective hearing going on. I was in a very, very highly humid environment. The summer where I live was insanely humid. I think all the humans and the animals noticed. And I was also eating a lot of high histamine foods. In particular, I was really going to town on the cacao. So for me, I had all of these factors going on. And yes, I had blocked ears for a number of months. And I really needed to actively reduce all of these things to improve my hearing. And yes, my hearing is great now, but it certainly took some mindfulness to change what was going on within my ears, but it is possible. Now, sometimes you do need to do more. You may need to get your ears syringed if you're comfortable with that, or maybe even microsuctioned if the impaction of the earwax is that bad. Now, that's perfectly fine if you need to do that. However, knowing these three unusual factors that can contribute to blocked ears is still important, because if it's happened to you once, it's possible that it could happen to you again, and knowing the factors that can make your blocked ears worse is always a good thing. Now, my friends, thank you so much for watching this video. I would love it if you could please click the like button, maybe even subscribe or share it with someone that you care about. And I look forward to seeing you again in my next video.